Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who are taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Loading videos edifying. Lonely, I can get something from this video. Just quick video, man. Spirit had hit me to do a video about idleness and slothful, being slothful. Okay. Now, recently, within the last couple months, right, or a little more, I've been on and off and fighting a slothful demon, man. I'll snap out of it for 2 days, 3 days, and then go right back into the shit. Then snap out of it, then go right back in. And what I'm noticing, and what I've learned through fighting that demon, is that idleness teacheth. It put demons on you, man. Okay, if you don't work, if you don't work, and I'm talking about like in the world, right? Like just with working, just with certain things that you have to do. That maybe you'll put it off, right? You put it off to this day, you'll put it off to that day, or you'll put it off. And what you'll notice is that the more you put things off, the more you'll start, like say if you put it off, say you were supposed to do something today and you put it off till tomorrow, right? Well, what tends to happen is that you'll end up putting the task off that you put off tomorrow to another day and put it off. And then what end up happening is you'll create, you can create different mental plagues on yourself. You can create, certain different things that you end up battling. Like, your mind start fucking with you, right? Your finances might start falling, right? And then it could transfer over into the truth, right? Or I didn't make a video today, I'll make two tomorrow, right? You see, idleness, it'll put demons on your mind, man. To where it's like, you knew you were supposed to read. Right? But you didn't read. Right now oh man, is the Lord dealing with me? Like, is it, So the best thing to do is to attack it regardless of how you feel. Attack it regardless. Now, I'm not saying do something that the spirit not on you to do it anyway. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when the spirit is on you, right? Because a brother made a video about a couple months ago that I seen, and it was a beautiful video. He said, the spirit is like that train that you're waiting for. It only come once a day, and you have an opportunity to get on that train, right? But you don't know when it's coming, right? But when it come, you have the opportunity to get on that train, right, and ride that train, right? Now, if you miss it that day, you just miss it, right? So when it's on you to do a video, right, and it should be, you should get the spirit. If you watching videos, if you reading, if you contacting brothers, you should have the spirit on you to do a video a day, right? If you're studying, if you, doing these things, don't put it off. Hop on it. Do it right then and there, right? And then go back to doing what you was doing, right? That's first and foremost, and it's truth. Okay, that's first and foremost. Now, obviously, brothers got work and things of that nature, right? I'm not saying be simple, but maybe you write it down, right? Or the spirit had hit me to do this. I'm gonna make it. Go to your note section in your phone and write it down, right? Or I'm gonna do a video on this. I'm gonna do a video on that, right? Or for scriptures that pop up in your mind, write the scriptures down. So therefore, when you do have time, you can, you could do a video, on, basically, what you was thinking about earlier that day or the time where you couldn't do a video, right? But when you're idle, man, and you're slothful, that put demons on you, man. Okay? And we're not to be idle. We're not to be slothful. Okay? We're not to be idle. We're not to be slothful. We're not to be lazy, right? Now, I noticed, right, where a day where I complete, all the tasks that I set out to complete. All right, I'm completing this task, completing that task, I'm completing that task. Right, at the end of that day, you feel way more vibrant than you would have by being lazy, by putting it off. Even though I didn't want to complete certain tasks, man. Like, man, I don't want to, if it was like, I don't know, the amount of push-ups I had to do or the gym or whatever it was, right? Man, I don't feel like doing that. I'm gonna do, nah, when you just hop and complete it, right? And you, regardless if you feel like doing it or not, right? You feel way more, you feel 10 times better about yourself during the day and at the end of the day than you would if you just put it off, if you had put it off. Because then you're creating burdens on yourself for the next day and the next day, and you're making it harder than if you would just did what the hell you were supposed to do that day. Okay, and you don't want that seeping into the truth. Okay, you don't want that seeping into the truth, man. Okay, because then you battle something. I wrote this definition down earlier. Let me see if I can find it on my laptop. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Cognitive. Right here. So it says cognitive dissonance, right? You end up battling that shit, right? It says the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially or relating to behavior decisions and attitude change, okay? Now it says, what is an example of cognitive dissonance? It says you want to be healthy, but you don't exercise regularly or eat a nutritious diet. Okay, let me get another example. Bear with me, bros. Yep, right here. It says a mental conflict that occurs when your beliefs don't line up with your actions. All right, and you could fall into that shit. Okay, man, and that'll put demons on you, man. You could fall into that, and that'll put demons on your mind, man. Okay, so it's best just to work out of whatever. I mean, because it be demons that be saying, "No, don't do this, don't do that, don't. No, you put it off. You good? Take a break. Take it. No, man, no. Whatever's on your mind to do it, you know you're supposed to do it. Do it, man. Do it. Okay. This is Sirach 38:24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure." Right. It says, "And he that hath little business shall become wise." And that's if you're reading, if you're studying, if you're watching videos, you have the time to do it. Like I said, brothers don't have, I don't know brothers' work situations and all that, but through leisure, through the opportunity of leisure, you can become wise if you apply the studying habits, the watching videos, all the things we're supposed to do. Okay? Now I want to grab this. This is Sirach 33:27. It says, "Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil." Idleness teacheth much evil, man. Okay? You be sitting there idle, right? Now you got your mind is going, "Oh, I could do this, I could do that. Oh, I could do this," right? And then you end up, because before you have an action, you have a thought. Right? If your thoughts is wicked and you got demons in your mind, you're going to do some wicked ass shit. Okay? But if you're caught up into the things that you need to be doing, that you have to do, ain't no time to be idle. There's no time to be idle. Okay? Let me grab there's a couple of them proverbs about being slothful. It says, Proverbs 18:9. It says, "He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster." Okay, it says Proverbs 21:25. I'll just get a couple of these. It says, "The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor." Right? So what you desiring, and that's really when you go to the definition of cognitive dissonance. That's what you fall into by being slothful. Okay. It says, it says, where was that? Right here. Proverbs 21 and 25, it says, the desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. All right. So you gotta labor in this thing, man. You have to labor in this thing. Right. And not in I want to say this too. If you being slothful, you got to be one way, man. Okay. You can't be in the truth preaching on not to be slothful and not and being slothful in your life. Right. You know, you got to take that. And if you have fell into being slothful, you have fell into being lazy, you have fell into, right, check that shit and work on it, man. Check it and check on it, check that shit and work on it, man. So therefore you don't fall into it and just be like, fuck it, fuck it. Right? The scripture says, just man falleth 7 times, but he get back up again, but the wicked fall into mischief. Okay? Now let's get that word for mischief. Oh no. Just a Google definition. It says playful misbehavior or troublemaking, especially in children. So it says naughtiness, badness, bad behavior, misbehavior. Okay. Similar. Harm, hurt, and injury, impairment, damage, let me see. Ill, trouble. Okay. Right here, Proverbs 24 and 16, it says, for a just man falleth 7 times. The 7 is just a number of completion. And because you'll fall more than 7 times, it says, and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Okay. Let me grab this while it's on my mind. And I'm just hitting them, man. I'm just hitting them. I'm just hitting them. Like I said, it's not going to be a long video. Low one videos. I want to get right to the point, man, on these videos. Okay. Right here. This is Sirach 19 and 1. It says, a laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contemneth small things shall fall little by little. And let's get that word for contempt. It says, treat or regard with contempt, despise, scorn, look down on. Disdain, disregard. Yeah, so if you disregard, undervalue, right? So if you disregard the small things, then you shall fall little by little. And when you're slothful, you automatically disregard the small things. I've done it before. I'm telling you automatically disregard the small things, and then those small things become big things, man. Okay, so that's what you don't want to happen. Okay, let me grab this. This is Matthew 25 and 26. Now I get to the point. It says, his Lord, 26, it says, his Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put, and this come from the man that was sitting on his talents. Again, brothers could read the whole thing. I'm just going to get to the point. It says, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon his throne of his glory. So these are, man, look, you don't want that to happen to you. I don't want it to happen to me. So it's good to check that slothful shit at the door, right? Check that lazy shit out the door, at the door. Check that shit, man. Right? And I'm talking to myself first and foremost, man. Check that shit at the door, man, and handle business. Yahushua said what? I'm about my Father's business. That's what, man, we got to be like that. And it's true first and foremost, and in our lives, man. Okay? And in our lives. Be an example. So we don't bring a bad name to the truth. All right? Bring a bad name to ourselves. Oh, that nigga, he lazy. That nigga, this, that. Man, you don't want that shit. You don't want that. You lazy. You this. You don't want to be called that, man. Especially being a man, you don't want to be called that, man. And we're not permitted to be slothful. We're not permitted to be lazy. We're not permitted to be, a slothful servant, man. It says slothful and wicked servant. Okay? Wicked and slothful servant. Let me get that in a blue letter. Matthew 25 and 26. Let me get it, man. That word slothful is
Strong's G 3636 akneras. Akneras.
Akneras. Okay. It says sluggish, slothful, backward. Right? I heard something today. The guy said, he said, if you're not progressing, you're regressing. There's no gray area in between the two. If you're not going forward, you're moving backwards, man. Okay? So, with that, man, Lord, when the video is edifying, Lord, I can got something from this video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. I want to tell you, brothers, to keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.